Everybody's back from a sumptuous lunch, and of course now there's going to be a lot of energy in the hall. So we have a list of dignitaries here with us and a lot of thought leadership. Just to take a step back, the whole day of today we've been talking about various aspects. We've actually talked about the role of HR. Role of HR in the changing scenario. We've talked about corporate culture. We've talked about academia and corporate connect. And we've talked about innovation and all of that. Now this is the forum where we're going to be talking about, and of course we're going to be listening to many of my friends and colleagues here, about what's the role of HR. So the HR leaders who are here, who are directly in the plane of action. What are the challenges? What are the challenges and what are the solutions? Probably there could be some solutions for many of the areas, and for many of the areas it could be work in progress. So if I were to look at the various streams of thought that we'll be talking about, you have 3 to 4 streams of thought that we're talking about from different industrial revolutions. Now that we are in the 4th industrial revolution, where we're talking about all the various technologies coming together, that's one part of it. The other stream of thought is about the role of HR. It started out with the welfare officer, to a personal manager or personal officer, to a HR manager, to a talent manager, business partner. So that's another stream of thought which is there. And then we're also talking about another stream of thought about the demographic divide. So the way globally things are moving, the way you have various set of millennials coming up. So these are 3-4 stream of thoughts. Keeping this in mind, we will look at understanding what are the various issues and the challenges that each one of us is experiencing, and what would be the solution. And I will also now, while of course each one of them have been introduced, but I'm going to make an attempt here to also let you know a little bit of each one of them, and maybe a couple of them would like to sort of share a little bit more about their other interests apart from being an HR person. I have Shubhankar. Of course, he's the head of HR of Telecom Network Solutions. Apart from being a great HR guy, he's a fitness freak. So he's invests a lot of his probably whatever extra time that he could, he invests on fitness and all of that. So that's another angle of being an HR leader. And we have Vijay Sethi. He's head of HR for Aavas Financiers, so that's in housing finance. So if you were to know, he's a great writer, and he's got certain scripts which have been registered. So he's one of the talent to look forward to. So apart from the full-time role of an HR leader, he also has these things under his belt. So you never know what kind of next hit movie which comes across with this script could be his, right? So that's Vijay Sethi, and then we have with us Anil Sharma. So I'm a little curious about what is that one-liner. So maybe we'll like to share about that later. And then we have Mr. Naresh, the Group President IRP. So very multifaceted person, apart from a full-time HR leader. So he's an ex-Air Force professional. And there was a time, probably, not many years back, that he actually enrolled into a zoology, academics-wise, and he consciously took a call of enrolling for a program in psychology because he loves to understand, human psychology and all of that. So that's his passion. And of course, Professor Sharma, I will again leave it with you if you could share something unique apart from being a full-time role that you're handling. As I come to Deepali Mukherjee, she's a director training and placement at Suryadatta institutions. So she's a trained medical and psychiatric social worker, apart from the role that she's doing. And she loves, her main passion is how to enhance empathy in students and people around. So that is one of the things that she's taken on a stride apart from the role that she's handling. Certainly, so we will certainly come back to a couple of people who want to know about what's the passion apart from the full-time role that you have. So we've actually been talking about so many areas with respect to, we've heard about all these areas connected to the HR. So what do you think, keeping in mind the digital revolution, the need for a lot of innovation, the changing mobility, the new social media space and all of that, what we'll do is that probably we'll spend, each one of us, for 3 to 5 minutes looking at what are the challenges and what would be the possible solutions, or probably what are the possible solutions, or what are the solutions work in progress. So that will help us all understand where we are. So I will leave it to Shubhankar to start taking.
Namaskar. I am from academia. I would request to all the senior people of the HR to please regarding the solution to problem we know where, because in this particular era, the management of the human resource is a difficult task. सबसे difficult task है human resource and मानव संसाधन. So my request is that how you people can use that or give the suggestion to that academia to provide some sort of that solution as a problem regarding whether today we know that the guy is not much more knowledgeable, his loyalty, dedication, the work culture, there are so many things are there. So we are thinking and we are doing that our best to interact with the industry. तो my suggestion, my request is from you people that कि academia के लिए अगर आप suggestion देंगे, अगर वो इस प्रकार के करके चलते हैं, तो we are ready for that. कि हम ये we can be cooperating in that way, and if they can be doing like that way, so that will be better for that and beneficial for that young generation, because the clientele that for you people, that is that the youth. It will come from that educational institution. So this is my request. Thank you.
Very well taken.
Thank you, sir. I will keep your suggestions in mind. As for me as HR, I would say there are few serious issues that HR is facing nowadays. And that is one is about demography. So I can see another 20 years, around 58% people will be the age group of 14 and 16 years. So that's the issue regarding job. So how they will get a job, right? After this automation, a lot of routine job will go out of the market. So all the things will be established, and job like security services, admin services, banking services, operation, that will go all automated, right? So we don't need any person for that. So what is the solution? Solution is that we need to look for qualification, which is qualification like anthropologists, robotics, microeconomics, health and safety is a big area. I think health and education is another upcoming area where we should not only upgrade ourselves and we should create curriculum which is futuristic. That is one issue. Second is regarding the qualification of standards, right? So we have a factory of education called school and college. So where we teach about somebody or something, right? But we don't know how to use those novel knowledge in novel situations. So issues that when the real job scenario, we cannot use that knowledge and skill into planning for communicating down the team, and neither we can plan for the future. So there is a big issue, right, in terms of skills and upgradation. So my suggestions for all the academics and institutions is that, come out of theoretical assessment, go to US and any English country is got 90% is all practical aspect and only 10% assessment and theoretical classification. So somewhere all the academic has to come forward and go for practical assessment, go for practical knowledge. That is the only solution for the future. We cannot compare with China or any other countries because of this big gap in practical knowledge. Right? Some other issues like income disparity of salary. So I've seen the institutions, there are organizations who are hiring freshers, if we take engineer for the salary of 10,000. And at the same time, there are institutions who are offering a salary of 1 lakh plus an engineer. So there's a huge salary gap, As a corporate, we should come forward and actually hire somebody engineer and offer a salary which is more, he can balance his home and office both. A decent salary which he can run his future, his family. And big corporates, they should also see, is there a justification of somebody offering a huge salary to somebody? Right? So somewhere corporate HR should come forward and regulate this salary pattern. There are 58% of salary of organization, the monthly salary of payout is being taken by 1% of the top management. So there's again a big gap. So as for me, my effort is that can I balance this thing? Can instead of downsizing, can I right size the employee? So these are the few issues. Thank you. I will share some more part at Vijay to talk on this.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. I know it's after lunch. This session is going to be a little heavy, and still we'll try to keep it as live as possible. My name is Vijay, and I currently work with the housing finance company Aavas, and prior to this I work with ICICI, Elets Group, and Landmark Group in Dubai. I believe in the next few years, one of the biggest challenge for the HR fraternity will be to leverage the technological advancement to increase the productivity and efficiencies in the system. I see, right from the time when I was studying in the school till today, I keep on listening that we are a developing country. We are still not developed. I think there's a long way to go when I see the organizations where we hire people, but the productivity is a big question mark. I see a lot of people chatting around. I think if you can concentrate and listen, maybe it will be some value addition to you all. So before that, I'll answer your question, sir. You were asking about students. So here the adults are also not learning that way. But I'll give you some tips for the students how they can actually prove themselves in a much better manner, which I have already, which is a proven technique. Because I have done the same thing. I believe all the students, in fact, should attend as much conferences and seminars possible, because this is where you actually get to learn what's happening in the corporate world. The people who are actually working, they are, who are experienced, come with so many years of experience, are actually sharing their inputs. This is a time where students actually learn much more than what actually they learn in the classrooms. In classrooms, you teach them theories. Most of the theories which I have learned, honestly, I have not been able to implement as of till today. But the inputs which you get it from the learned people in such kind of conferences adds a lot of value to an individual. It's my personal experience and it's one of the suggestions. Because so I believe when I talk about the productivity, in my current organization, which is a housing finance company, we have been able to utilize this technology to a much extent. We have got an analytics wing who is actually involved in generating various reports which get sent to the people at midnight, 12 o'clock, so that the next day morning, as soon as they log in, they get to know what is their performance level and what all they need to achieve. There's a long way to go for them, is actually shown in that. So we are addressing the productivity issues through this kind of matrix. Simultaneously, I will also say that in shadow of this, we should not lose the touch of humanity. Many times I think we try to do something in such a manner that we overdo that. It should actually not happen. And when I say that we need to understand, we need to ensure that humanity is taken care of, we need to ensure that why the targets are not achieved, why the productivity is getting questioned here for that particular individual. Those things have to be identified and we need to work on that. as a HR fraternity. For everything, technology will not have an answer. Trust me, it will not have an answer. I was, just to share you an experience, I was in Dubai and I was working in a retail organization. And I was standing in during my store visit, I was standing in a mall. And I found that there's a customer who walks in and he asked for one brand of TV. And we have a customer support associate who tells her, I'm sorry, we don't have this brand. And the customer is just walking out. I immediately stopped and I said, boss, hold on. Can you tell me what is the purpose you're looking for that particular brand only? Where we have got 5 different brands which are already there in my showroom. So he tells me, my children are there, PSP and all those things. They want to, I want to, buy that TV which is actually in a affordable range, and I want to, give it to my children. I said, boss, there's a much better options available. Rather than that brand, please come and have a look at it. And that person actually bought the TV. So I am wondering why a customer support associate who's in a store is not able to understand that he is sitting on a per square foot rent every day. He is sitting on the inventory which is lying out in my store, in my warehouse, and there are huge salaries which have been paid off. People have no sensitivity to it. I think technology to some extent can help, but ultimately it's the human interaction which actually will have to come forward. We may use technology to enable us, but human interventions have to be much more effective, and personal interactions have to be on a regular basis to improve the efficiencies. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, good afternoon everyone. So, my name is Anil Sharma and I am taking care for Esskay Fincorp, entirely operations for the Esskay Fincorp Pvt Ltd. So, my both friends have explained very well. Like sir has given us the chance to go through the solutions, not with the problems. Actually, that should be the views around us for such forms where we need to come with the solutions. Those problems we all know almost. So if I'm talking about the BFSI industry where we are struggling in terms of people attrition or the turnover of manpower, which is the big question or big pain for the entire industry. So via this form, I would like to actually address the forum that the majority of people who are leaving the system is due to low performance. So low performance, if we are mapping it or we are researching on that, the factor which we are receiving is enabling of people has not been adequate in the system, in the organization, and we understand within 1 or 2 or 3 months, we cannot drill down the entire business analytics or business dynamics to the newcomer or new joiner in the system. So with this forum, we need to understand that government, academia and the industry, people have to come together with some solution in the sort of where we can have a platform where fresh graduates can have this such industry-oriented knowledge-based training model where they can have a pre-assessment with the key factors of the key skill requirement in the industry. Because nowadays we are experiencing an attrition of let's say 60 to 70%, which is actually industry loss. And unfortunately this loss is not ever mentioned in the balance sheet of the organization. Exit loss is the systematic loss and end of the day it is hitting the economic as well. If a revenue generation is making company upward, on the same time the exit and attrition is challenging with the losses to the systems and organization. I have gone through the entire HR fraternity flavor nowadays. There is a big hype and expectation about artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics. Yes, I agree we can do that and we have to do that looking at the digitalization of the market. But the most important thing which will actually help us would be the creating the human touch by the HR fraternity, by the HR manager in the organization. To understand exact issue of the employee, what are the enabler and what are the leg pullers, lagging pointers which are actually stopping the candidate to perform better. So as a HR, I prefer that academia and institution and such kind of Elets kind of platform, which are working very strategically in terms of knowledge sharing and publishing the things between the people, can actually work fantabulous. And end of the day, it's not a one main army task. We all have to come with the same theorem, and end of the day, it is the cost and efficiency for any institution where only manpower, where human touch will work out. Thank you very much. I'll pass it.
I just had a question here. So we've been learning that as friend Shubhankar talked about how application of work, what are the knowledge that you're acquiring, it needs to be very practically applied. And then you also understood how productivity part is so important, and also how through various analytics you are actually tracking what a work is being done. And again, going forward, so Anil, you shared about how it's going to be very important for people, for the students to come into the corporate and for them to be successful, to have less attrition rate and all of that. There needs to be fair amount of assessments, right? Assessments, and of course, we're talking about the partnership of academia and corporate. So my question here to Naresh is that you've been in the forces where you were part of the assessments, right? And you have actually undergone that whole journey in the forces background, and now that you're being in the corporate and you're more or less similarly handling different kind of a crowd. Now, if you look at integrating, of course, you will also be part of the students who get inducted in the forces, and you also see students who get inducted in the corporate. And that's where, as we're talking about this bit, where do you find this old connection keeping in mind assessments, application part, the metrics part of it? That what are your thoughts on all of this?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Naresh Taneja. I am currently working for a company engaged in highway construction, tolling business. 21 years of my life, earlier professional life, I was in Indian Air Force. And when I left Air Force, I was head of selection committee, psychological testing unit in the Air Force. And since last 20 years now, I've been in HR field only, working in various different kind of sectors like manufacturing, IT, retail, and currently now infrastructure. So before I come to your question, I will start with a general picture first, and then come down to this particular question. In the sense, a context is always necessary to understand the particular problem. Context, right now, why we are discussing all these things is worldwide, initially, there was not shortage of talent, and industrial revolution was there, people were there, they were trained, they continued doing the same thing. When information technology overtook the industrial revolution, that's when the shortages started appearing. Now, the essence of services for production, the demand for service professional is increasing. And along with that, we are seeing shortage of the talent. Corporate talent was old saying of 15 years back, which had been won, and people said, okay, yeah, corporate talent is there. That was the past issue, but again it has come up in the recent then you realize that filling vacancies in the corporate sector is becoming more and more difficult because people are not able to find the type of talent they are looking for. So talent shortage is there on one hand, on the other hand, the productivity of people who used to be earlier, they were at 70, 30, 70 plus, hovering around 2.5 times of the productivity potential of a person, which fell down to about 1%, 0% in 80s, went up again in later 80s to around 3.5, now again up to around 2.5. So there are two trends that are emerging. One is shortage of talent, one is drop in productivity. Now these two trends are converging to make this demand for talent very, very acute. And that's where they started seeing that the type of people whom we want or corporate wants is not available. So which are the type of people we want? We want properly trained people. Enough accommodations are there, and many IITs are there, institutes are there which are training the people. So where it is lacking in my view is, now I'm going to your point. In the armed forces, we select a person and he goes to the training for various soldiers, right? Perform this, for flying, the navigation, the air traffic control, air traffic control, or whatever it is. What happens is, these people are not, when they are selected, they are not trained at all. Nobody is trained to fire a gun, nobody is trained to fly a aircraft, nobody is qualified in any conventional way in corporate we understand. We want to train, nobody is trained. And might be from the same people, we produce the chiefs of army staff, chiefs of air staff, chiefs of naval staff, the generals, all capable, which have been through the system and won the awards from largest nations and nations in times of calamity. And whatever is expected, they go on beyond that and deliver. So how is it so that we take unpaid manpower, training for a particular role, which he performs, which Leslie also does, training academy also does. What we do is, we have attitude. We don't have the skill. We say, have the attitude, train for the skill. So, skill training is, to my mind, adjunct, separate part. Hiring right means hiring people who are required to do a job. Whether he has that kind of, that will be changed from armed forces where blind adherence to order given is a must. No sepoy or army and rifleman can think on his own. Because he thinks he's going to upset with that. So blind adherence is a must. Whereas in corporate sales at any cost may be the quality good. So types of attitudes may be different. But the focus has to be selected the guys who have the right attitude, whatever is for your particular niche or domain. Now coming back to Professor Sharma's reward solutions. I'm sure, sir, you would have attended any conferences. Now I just want the people sitting here also, I want to change your mental frame from corporate and employee to university, college and student. How many times that you heard all HR guys speaking that, okay, employee engagement is not there, so we need to do this, we have to be more friendly, we have to be transparent, we have to take their input, we have to keep the input, feedback back to them. How many times students have been involved in creating this curriculum which are teaching them? They are the consumers of this. If consumer is a thing, the student is a thing. He needs his inputs because he is more in touch with the current times, his own needs, his own desires, his own dreams, than probably we are. So, how many times do we take their inputs? We have engagement scores and things.
So, Mr. Naresh, sorry I'm interrupting you here. We just have probably less time. So maybe we can come back to you later offline also and...
I'll just wrap it up in one sentence. Whatever you hear in HR conferences like that, people talking about HR problems, take that, use it in your own institutions. That will, I think, help.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we have 3 minutes left, so... All right.
A very good afternoon to every one of you. Good afternoon. Are you all here? Yeah, basically, I am the Director, Training and Placement to Suryadatta Institutes, Group of Institutions, Deepali, Mukherjee. And the challenge, and I've been listening to a lot of discussions going on since morning, and beautiful discussions, people actually taking part, engaging, and getting a solution. Actually, we were driving at a solution at the end of each session. And my heartiest congratulations to all the speakers who actually came up here and actually gave us, you know, the bridge, what do you say, the bridging the gap between the academia and the students. According to me, I am on a different, plane where I'm teaching my students. The biggest challenge that I see today is about one of the very fine professors did mention is about EQ. The insecurities in the mind of the youth today. the level of commitment, and the level of patience, the tolerance level, the empathy level, all these things, like if you see today, the kind of attrition that's going on, like in the industry, with people jumping, by leaps and bounds, wherein they're not sticking to a particular career, is basically because the kind of values through academia, I'm sure academia inculcates a lot of values, and here we find that the people there are the students specifically at the end are insecure because there's this third party that is involved, wherein there's no direct employment. So if we could actually even address that could be a major challenge if you look at it from the youth perspective. Another thing that I see is social media is very active. In fact, digitalization today has really helped the youth because they are very tech savvy. All of us every year, everybody is on the mobile. And this is a very good medium where we can actually inculcate more of digitalization to get people to actually give them the right focus. So taking not much, I know you are really short of time, but thank you for your patient hearing, ma'am.
So any last final thoughts from your side?
Thank you. After completion of that more than 38 years journey of the academia, now I come in that higher education council, that is meant for, especially for that quality education and excellence in the education. Especially for that, I would like to suggest to the industry, as suggested my friend, there should be a specific package by the industry, should be developed and give to the universities or the academia, so accordingly that they have to do. In that light, it is my request, like that AICT is prepare a courses for all the technical education institutions, the model courses. The same way for that other academia like the BA, BCom, BSc and MA, the UGC is an advisory body or the governing body, we can be said that. So you can be developed for that, courses also that, and give to them to inculcate the values, the use of that digital technology, the soft skills, that's sort of that. So that will be provide the solution to that industry for the future. Because at present, if the student will come from that certain training, then automatically he will be a lawyer dedicated for that industry. The another suggestion is that during the courses, suppose the student is in the second year, the industry should come to the college or the university and select the candidates for their future needs and train them in that during their study. So in that way, after completion of their courses, they will be prepared and less money or less time will be spent, will be required to train that by the industry. So this is my two suggestions. During the courses, the industry come forward, come as a partner and select that the guys from that all that as per their need from that institution and train them during their courses. Through on the online or through that specifically courses or the training in their campus like that. So that will be help to the industry as well as to the academia.
Thank you, Professor. So, as we are anyway running short of time, I'm just going to have one parting thought, a few seconds parting thought. Of course, there have been some reflections, expectations that we laid out by the HR leaders. There are some expectations laid out from the other side also. A fair amount of, areas is something that is well accepted, but it goes without saying that, of course, the strong tie-up between the industry and academia is something which a lot of areas has to be sort of worked upon. Quite a bit is already in progress and is put in place, but a lot of other areas, a lot of other geographies, things still need to be done. And with this, parting thought that I have, which is it's an effort in Sanskrit, what it says is, Acharya Padamaraste Padam Shishyam Swavedaya Padam Sabrahat Charyam Padam Kala Karne. What we're saying is, we learned some part of it as a student, and some part of it from a mentor and from teachers, and some from our own intelligence and application of things, and then quite a bit of it, a quarter of it, comes from due course of time. I think that's how that is one of the well-known shlokas, and in that parting thought, I think we like to end the session, and thanks for all of your time.